morning, dear hearts. We are in our second review lesson, lesson 52. Please subscribe. So yesterday's review lesson, I linked all 5 lessons that we reviewed to one word, which was judgment. Today, all 5 lessons are linked to the idea of the past. And of course, what we know is that the past is not here now. The first lesson we are reviewing is, I am upset because I see what is not there. I'm seeing the past. My mind is bogged down into past thoughts. I have replaced what is real, what is true, reality with illusions. And illusions are always about the past. Reality is not to be here in this moment. That's never frightening. That's not a scary idea. That's not a scary place to be. But the past is, because I have made up the past with thoughts of fear and anger and depression. So if I am upset, it's because I'm not currently in the now. The second review lesson is, I see only the past. Just obviously follows, connects one to the other, that if I look upon and look around to the world that I perceive, all that I'm looking upon are my illusions, my past thoughts. The original past thought, the first one we had, it's past, it's gone, but that we hold on to it, is separation. That's the original past thought that any of us had. In the Bible, it talks about original sin. The Course in Miracles tells us there is no sin. But we did have an original thought of separation, and that has kept us into the past because we are trying to prove that that is true. It isn't. The third lesson we're reviewing, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So my mind is preoccupied with separation. My mind is preoccupied trying to prove that what is not real is. The review lesson and the text portion of each review lesson, they're different from when we first encountered the lessons initially or earlier this year. So this lesson says that, let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in doing so, I am giving up nothing. What I do when giving the past away is actually forgiveness. Forgiveness is giving away the past and realizing that it has no effect on me anymore. The past is gone. It's illusions. It's smoke and mirrors. When I give it up totally and completely, I have placed forgiveness in my mind about those past thoughts that I have been preoccupied with. The fourth lesson we review, I see nothing as it is now. Well, how could I? I can't see what is here now if I am preoccupied with past thoughts. To truly see, to have vision, is to only be in the current now moment and to have my mind aligned with God's. Because if my mind is not part of God's, I am not seeing anything at all. I am making up images and believing they are real. How am I making up those images? Based on past thoughts. I give up the past. I place forgiveness there. I give up my original thought of separation. Now I can be present. The fifth lesson that we review are, my thoughts do not mean anything. And my thoughts, if they are preoccupied with the past, mean nothing because the past is not reality. This lesson, this review, and the original lesson tells us about we have no private thoughts. That is a very disturbing idea for many people. They don't want to think, well, of course, I can have this thought and it won't affect anyone else because no one else is going to know what I am thinking. Well, what we are taught through A Course in Miracles is that we are of one mind. So if we are of one mind, how can I have a thought that is not in some way shared with everyone else? I talk often about the pebble in the pond. It's one of the metaphors that I use constantly. The pond, let's think of this pond. Let's envision this vast, beautiful pond that is still and quiet. And until I throw a thought, a pebble into it, it remains still and quiet. But when I throw something into this stillness, it will have a ripple effect. That is why I have no private thoughts, because those ripples from my thought go out and they reach and go beyond anything that I can possibly know. We are of one mind. My private thoughts do not exist. And every thought that I have, every thought that any of us has, will have a ripple effect on the entire sonship. So let me have thoughts that are of love and peace and joy and God and quietude. And those effects will go out also. So my private thoughts can either be beneficial to everyone or they can be harmful. Private thoughts, thinking that there are private thoughts, is thinking with a limited perspective of I am the only one here. And that is not what is in reality. In reality, we are all one and we are all part of the one mind of God. So that is it for today. I hope this helped. Sometimes these will be a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but and then please practice. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please be here tomorrow, and we will have another one-word review. Namaste.